What's up, guys? Welcome to Film Trash. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie House of Flesh Mannequins. This is the third movie released under the Too Extreme for Mainstream line by Unearthed Films. And the movie is about a guy named Sebastian who is a photographer. I think he does some videography type stuff too. And he basically does all this really crazy, borderline illegal stuff, snuff films. There's some child stuff that's sort of stuff like that. And then his 18-year-old next door neighbor seems to suddenly take a liking to him, and she kind of learns about the world that he works in, and it leads to tragedy, essentially. So the film is not very good, if I'm being honest. Some of the acting is okay, but some of it was pretty bad. One character in particular was just, his acting was just way over the top and ridiculous. The story itself was a bit ridiculous. I mean, the main character, Sebastian, he looks to be in his 40s or 50s. I believe the actor's in his 50s. And then the next door neighbor she's supposed to be 18, and she just suddenly takes a liking to this 40, 50-year-old guy, and he shows her some pretty disturbing stuff, and she seems to be kind of okay with it. It's really weird and awkward and doesn't really make much sense. There's a lot of sequences in the film that I didn't quite understand. I guess I'm assuming they were kind of like in his head, where he's going through these rooms, which I guess is the House of Flesh Mannequins. But he's kind of going through it in his head, from what I understand. Maybe I didn't understand it right. I don't know. But when he goes through these areas, he's looking into different rooms, and in each room there's something happening. Some sort of disturbing thing. It really wasn't that disturbing though. Some of them were basically just sex acts. I mean, that's anything you can find on the internet. Not a big deal. Some of it was a little bit more disturbing. Some of the content was apparently real, like some play piercing type of stuff. They did have performance actors, performance artists doing that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, but at the same time, like it felt like it was just kind of put in there to try and make it more extreme, but it's not extreme, at least in my opinion. Even though it might be real, play piercing, play cutting, stuff like that, I don't find that to be extreme. I was into body modification really big when I was in high school. I spent a lot of time on body modification, e-zine, and similar websites. So I saw that kind of stuff a lot. It doesn't bother me. I don't really find it to be extreme. So, other than that, I mean, there were some things that could have been extreme, but they didn't really show a whole lot. A lot of it was just either implied, or it was shown in such a way that you could barely tell what was actually happening. So that kind of takes away from it being extreme and disturbing as well, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, all the really, what should have been disturbing stuff, just, you didn't really get to see it. Implying something disturbing just isn't the same as actually being disturbing. So, I don't, like the other two films that I've mentioned previously, Torment and Deep Web Triple X, this movie has a lot of graphic nudity and some, kind of graphic sexual acts. But as far as like actual graphic violence and gore and stuff like that, there just isn't any, and even the subject matter wasn't that disturbing. So once again, I'm kind of left feeling like the disturbing factor, or the extreme, I guess, factor of it being too extreme for mainstream is just the fact that there's a lot of nudity and a lot of sexual acts. That's not extreme to me. That's not disturbing. I was very disappointed again, to be honest. I'm really hopeful for the next movie in the Too Extreme for Mainstream line, which is 29 Needles. I've mentioned it in other videos that a lot of people have said that 29 Needles is way more extreme. A lot of people are saying it's more extreme than a Serbian film or Salo or anything like that. Um, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it hopefully this weekend and do a review on that. But I really don't have high hopes for it. I want it to be more extreme and more graphic and everything. But I just, from what I've seen so far, I'm worried that it's just going to be a lot more extreme nudity and sexual acts. And it's just not extreme to me. Yeah. Hopefully the next one's better. But I don't I don't really recommend it, to be honest. But, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you want to continue seeing videos from me, if you're looking forward to seeing that review of 29 Needles, hit the notification bell down below, and I will see you guys next time.